All right. Hello again, everybody. As I said, you're not quite through with me yet. I got one more game here for Wednesday. And for the first time of the 3 games that I've gotten to play, I actually think this one is a legitimately good, great game. And I love it a ton. So we're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. And I will explain all there is to know, well, not everything there is to know, but a bunch there is to know about this awesome game called Metal Storm. So, I've run multiple different versions of this game and multiple different categories. This is the no wrong warp percentage game category, and the reason why is the wrong warps are a little finicky. They're frame perfect tricks, and so generally speaking, they're unreliable for a marathon. So we're gonna skip doing those, and we're just gonna make sure that we get through the game in the quickest way possible without taking any unfair cheats around, right? So that's the entire first stage already. You saw some weapon usage and things. I'll get to that. There'll be a little bit of time for explanations. This is the first boss. If you know the pattern, you can pretty much take care of him. Nice and easy. Here, you can just hold start, and as soon as it gives you the ability to move on, you can. So one of the reasons why I absolutely adore this game, number one, I always got to say I love the music. Music is tremendous in this game. But I love the layout of the stages, and the way that, bad D-pot. Bad D-pad input right there. I gotta say that was sloppy. Okay, try that again. So the main conceit in this game is that I can flip gravity, and if I do it right, it looks kind of like that, and it gives me the ability to traverse through stages in a way that is I'd say aesthetically pleasing, because you can generally not stop moving if you don't want to. Because I've already died, I'm gonna grab this one up. I don't want to not grab it. So the way that this stage works is that it's completely it completely circles around it on itself. So as long as you're continuing to move forward, so to speak, you'll get to the end. But it's a bit of a maze. I took that a little safe. Again, I already had a flub on the D-pad, so this is the stage 2 boss. One of the other items that I love about this game is that I don't have to mash here. I can just hold B, and it doesn't really make the game any dramatically easier. But I like not having to mash. It's great for me as I get old and decrepit. My mashing skills continue to deteriorate, and it's nice to have games where I don't need to mash like a fiend. It's a good feeling. So here we have these green snow speeders that we have to blow up, and you'll see I picked up a letter G. What that is the gravity fireball, and we pick it up specifically for that room right there. Actually, okay. I must have been way behind on my movement. That's the first time I've seen that. No big deal. But it gives us the ability to go through things. Wow. I'm having all kinds of trouble with my my D-pad here. Well, that means that I can just grab this armor instead and immediately lose it, so that's great. We're a little off of our cycle here. All of these things spawn at the same pace, so if you're consistent in your movement, you should never see any of these enemies that you don't know exactly where they'll be. But unfortunately, because I died, I kind of got a little messed up here. We set this boss up and just stand right there. He can't hit us. If you'd stay down where I'm currently standing, it would actually come down to you, but we don't have to do that. It's a little slower. Okay, so now 4-1. These are the auto-scroller stages, and I mentioned earlier that there's a series of wrong warps. The wrong warps are triggered when you take damage and also pick up an armor on the same frame. The armor is this little A here. You can see that little logo with an A in it. And you'll note what my character looks like right now and how it changed. That just means that I have 1 hit point now, as opposed to... normally, you only have... This is a 1-hit, 1-kill game, 1-hit KO game. When you pick up the armor, it gives you 2. So that's something we try to use to the best of our abilities. There are a few places where it comes in handy. It lets us save some time by damage boosting through things. We actually do it in the very first stage. If you remember, there's that giant enemy that I had to deal with, and I just walked into it. If you have armor, you can walk into it and it'll just die. It's very convenient. So these turrets, they will die and respawn, so we just basically keep firing at them non-stop until they go away. Until our little elevator here carries us off into the next area. So right there, I just walk into that last gun area. This is the only mid-boss in the game. And the last hit, I just walk into him, and that saves us a bunch of time. Here, I walk up there and grab the armor to start. And all of this is just how I do this screen. You can kind of find whatever method you want, but I like to try to kill every single one of those shrimp as soon as they spawn. I'm the shrimp. It's a shrimp massacre here. I really like the enemy design in this. A lot of them have very clever little things. Like, those are almost like eyes. They look like they're looking at you. These are gates. Now's, I guess, a good opportunity to talk about the story here. The basic story is that we turned Pluto into a Death Star, basically, and let it be controlled by an AI. And now the AI has decided that humanity is bad and wants to destroy everything. It already blew up Neptune, or might have blown up Uranus. But I as soon as I say that, I just know it's just such a silly thing to say. This is the 4th boss. You don't have to worry about these things up top and bottom. You can kill them if you want, but you can just stay close to this, to the main enemy there, and just melt it with your power buster or power shot. I forget what the proper name for it is. Here's stage 5. I would say that this is probably the toughest stage in the game, and I already screwed it up. Especially for the no wrong warp percent. These all operate on a global cycle, so because I screwed up the very first screen, everything is busted. But that's one place where we take our damage boost and save time. We just tank that and immediately get our armor back. It's really nice. That C stands for Crusher, and it kills anything that's on screen when we grab it. So, big fan of utilizing that as best we can. So we're going to kill this thing. Because we have our power shot, we can kill these things in 1 hit. If I do something dumb and die before I have managed to get through the end of this stage, I have to use the normal weak shot, and that is that's a bit problematic, I gotta say. So we're gonna walk through here. We're gonna be slow. We're gonna take this a little cautious. This is an awesome fight. This is one of my favorite fights in the game. If you do it right, anyways, which I didn't, so this could be a problem. Yeah. So I don't know why I keep catching diagonals with this D-pad. It was not a problem in practice. I really don't know what's going on. But you stand on the edge here, and then you just point up and fire. And you will kill it before it has a chance to hurt you. And now I can walk on spikes. Just, you know, like one does. Alright, stage 6. This is a stage that is very different between the US and Japanese versions. In the US version, they actually anticipate you jumping between both screens, basically. Okay. That's a new one. Honestly, that's probably good to die there. As far as a tactical game over goes, I get 2 lives. And this also gives me the ability, you'll see up here, there is the P. I don't even care that I died there because now I have my power shot back, and that's going to be good enough here to get through what we're doing. Because I'd actually rather restart this from scratch, because ideally I don't ever stop moving. And as long as I don't ever stop moving, I shouldn't have any problems. And I'm having all kinds of problems with inputs right now. I apologize. This is too bad. This is such a cool stage, and I want it to look cool, and I'm doing like all of the dumb that can be done is occurring as we speak. So really, that's the way that's supposed to look. I don't know why it keeps eating directions. We're gonna grab this armor again. Now we have armor at least, so in an ideal world, the only thing that we really have to worry about at this point is just getting through this next boss here, and we aren't super worried about how it's going to be for us in terms of just completing the game. Okay. So we're going to take this cautious because it's already been a rough run and my D-pad seems to be failing. So I'm not even going to try for this quick kill on this. We're going to do this, we're going to do this maximum baby strats to make sure that we're safe. Shoutouts to Battletoads in the background. Or I guess Battletoads and Street Fighter, right? Or R-Type, yeah, maybe that might be more appropriate. Thanks, Creed. So that's stage 6, and now we're getting to the end of the game, where it's just refights, so I can talk a little bit about some of the cool stuff that this game does do. You can see that the background moves at a different speed than the foreground, so it gives you this parallax scrolling, giving you the illusion of depth on the NES, which I think is really impressive. You know, this is an 8-bit game, and I think that these are some of the best graphics. It's one of the... to me, anyways, I think that this is one of the best-looking games on the entire console. And the other thing that I really like about this is that it actually, like I said, it has a really cool story, is that the AI in this goes rogue, and it goes rogue because it sees humanity as just this warlike, humanity just causing war, killing people, not worried about, caring for each other, and the AI decides that humanity is bad and should be extinguished. Sometimes, you can kind of see where that AI is coming from, and that's the problem. We got to be better, and that's one of the things I love about this. Is it's like there is supposed to be, the U.S. version really softens this, and it's really too bad. The J version actually, it's like the ending scroll it literally tells you, it's like people need to be better. Stop being terrible to each other, and I just love that this game does that. That's so cool. Like, I love that it's like, hey, stop being dicks to each other. But that's one of the items that I think is cool. So again, this is just a boss rush, and as soon as we finish with this, we have the final boss, which is hardly even a boss. It's almost like if you've ever played Demon's Souls. It's almost like the last boss of Demon's Souls. If you got there, you're going to win. And time comes up when we blow up this AI unit, and it triggers a self-destruct system. And time is there. And so we have blown up this Death Star, and we have saved humanity for another time. Again, I just absolutely love this game. It feels really good to play when your controller is cooperating. But thank you again so much for having me. Wednesday is one of my favorite days of the year. Honestly, I watch as much of it as I can. I love Retrothon. It's one of my favorite events of the year. I get to just over a full week of retro goodness inserted directly into your eyeballs, and it's stick around and just keep watching. All of everything here is great. I think Ghoul School is up next, which is a super awesome run. Absolutely love that run. It's super fun. So that's it for me today. I'll be back with one more run, I think on Friday. And until then, good night and good luck, everybody.